Today we're comparing two comprehensive health insurance plans, HDFC ERGO Optima Secure and ACKO Health, which includes Platinum Lite and Platinum. And by the end of the video, you will know exactly which one fits you better because we'll walk through every single metric. Hello folks, I'm Shashank, you're watching Ditto Insurance. We've helped over 10 lakh Indians secure the right plan, be it health or term, with unbiased advice, with no spam and completely honest guidance. Our services are completely free right from applications till claims. So if you want Ditto to be your insurance buddy, then all you have to do is head to the link in the description and book your free 30 minutes call in just under 2 minutes. Alright folks, let's move on. Let me remind you that HDFC ERGO is a partner insurer of Ditto and ACKO is not, but like always, this is going to be an unbiased comparison. Alright folks, HDFC ERGO operates under a very strong claims umbrella. Their average CSR over 22 and 25 is around 97%, their ICR is around 86%, their complaint volume sits at roughly 9 per 10,000 claims in the same period, and on top of that, their cashless network is big with more than 13,000 hospitals across India. Now that's a fairly clean and consistent track record. ACKO on the other hand has built serious scale for a newer digital first player. Over recent years, their claim settlement ratio has been around 97%, ICR around 82%, complaint volumes at about 19 per 10,000 claims. Their hospital network has more than 10,000 hospitals. For a young insurer built around an app first model, those are some solid numbers. But if you're comparing them side by side, HDFC ERGO still leads on complaint behavior and breadth of network and also the number of years that they've been around. So the bottom line here is that both are legitimate options. HDFC ERGO has a slight edge on service consistency while ACKO is impressive for its age and digital model. Okay, now let's talk about who can buy these plans and how they are structured. HDFC ERGO Optima Secure can be bought by adults from age 18 onwards and it offers lifelong renewability. Children can be added from 91 days to 25 years. Sum insured ranges from 5 lakh rupees all the way up to 2 crores. You can choose tenures of 1, 2 or 3 years. You can buy it as an individual plan or as a floater for your family. On the ACKO side, adults can enter from age 18 and also can enjoy lifelong renewability. Children can be covered from 91 days to 24 years under floater. There are two main variants here, Platinum Lite and Platinum as I mentioned. Tenures are 1, 2 and 3 years. There is a payment quirk here. Monthly premiums are allowed only on 1 year Platinum Lite plan. The Platinum plan is a single pay only, irrespective of whether you choose a 1, 2 or 3 year tenure. Some insured options on Lite include 10 and 25, 50 lakhs and 1 crore. On Platinum, you can choose either 1 crore or unlimited. There is one more nuance with ACKO. Their AI-based engine can customize premiums and even the plan variants you see based on factors like age, city and other profile details. That means not every buyer will see both variants or the full range of sum insured options. The menu you see on the app can differ from person to person. So if your friend sees Platinum Unlimited, you might see only Lite at certain slabs depending on your profile. Okay, now let's move on to the base plan. HDFC ERGO Optima Secure has no copay in the base plan, no disease by sublimits, no room rent caps. You can choose any room type including a private AC room or a suite without proportionate reductions. Pre-hospitalisation is covered for 60 days and post for 180 days. Daycare, modern treatments, domiciliary care, organ donor expenses and AYUSH are all covered up to full sum insured. Now ACKO follows a similarly clean structure on both Lite and Platinum. There is no copay, no room rent limits, no disease by sublimits. Pre-hospitalisation is 60 days, post is 180 days, identical to HDFC. Daycare, domiciliary treatment, AYUSH are all covered up to full sum insured. You also get annual health checkups on every policy, but there is one major omission in ACKO's design. There is no restore benefit at all, even on Platinum. So let's say if you exhaust your cover, there is no automatic refill within that policy year unless you have a second policy or you choose a sufficiently high sum insured at the start. So the takeaway here is that both plans are designed to be clean at the claim time on the basics, but HDFC ERGO Optima Secure adds a restore safety net on top while ACKO does not. Okay, now let's talk about the engine under Optima Secure. That is the 4 major benefits that you rarely see anywhere combined together to give you built-in layers that work together perfectly. The first layer is called Secure. This is what doubles your coverage from day one. So let's say you buy a 10 lakh cover, you effectively start with a 20 lakh policy right from the day one and that's used immediately. The second layer is called Protect. This takes care of consumables and non-payable items like gloves, syringe, masks, PP kits, administrative items up to sum insured. These are the exact things many other plans exclude or cover partially and that often create billing shocks. The third layer is called Plus. This adds 50% of your base sum insured every year up to 100% and it continues years even if you've had a claim in the previous year. So your base grows over time instead of getting stuck. The fourth layer is called restore. This gives you 100% one-time restoration of your base sum insured in a policy year when your coverage is exhausted, whether that is exhausted partially or full, and it applies for any illnesses. Now, if you want more depth, you can even add unlimited restore add-on, but we'll come to that in a bit. Now, think of this as your head start with secure, your hidden cost shield with protect, growth over time with plus, and a backup tank with restore. ACKO's approach is slightly different. They are not trying to do 4 moving parts. Their idea is to keep the structure simple and pricing aggressive. Consumables are covered by default in the base policy. Organ donor expenses are also covered. You get medical second opinion and unlimited teleconsultations. Their bonus structure is 10% of the base sum insured each year up to 100%, and it continues even if you claim. Now, on the platinum side, the big differentiator is not restore but waiting periods, which we'll address in a moment. However, the core design remains same. No restore. So if you want protection against multiple major hospitalizations in a single year, you either start significantly with a higher sum insured or accept that once your sum insured is exhausted. There is no refill until renewal. Let's now look at the waiting periods and how pre-existing diseases are treated. HDFC ERGO Optima Secure follows a standard structure that is 30-2-3. There's a 30-day initial waiting period with only accidents covered from day 1, specific illness waiting period for 2 years, and pre-existing disease waiting period for 3 years. Now, there is also an optional add-on called ABCD Chronic Care module that targets 4 common lifestyle conditions: asthma, blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes. With this add-on, these conditions can be covered after just 30 days rather than waiting for full pre-existing disease timelines. Now, ACKO separates Platinum Light and Platinum on waiting rules. Platinum Light stays fairly standard, 30 days initial, 2 years for specific, and 3 years for pre-existing diseases. Platinum, however, is more flexible. On Platinum, the initial waiting period and the specific illness waiting period can be removed entirely, and the waiting period for pre-existing disease can range from 0 to 3 years based on your health declarations and the underwriting decision. If underwriting is favorable, this can be a major advantage because you start with very little or no waiting period on many conditions. The trade-off is that this is not guaranteed. It depends heavily on the insurer's medical assessment and risk appetite for your profile. So the key takeaway is this: if having 0 waiting periods on initial and specific conditions is a big priority and you are confident about clearing medical underwriting, ACKO Platinum does start looking very attractive to you. If you prefer predictable, standard waiting period backed by a long and stable claims track record, and you like the idea of a 30-day window for the famous ABCD conditions via an add-on, HDFC ERGO is simpler to understand and less conditional. Okay, now let's talk about add-ons and extras, starting with HDFC ERGO. Optima Secure gives you meaningful room to tailor. You can add unlimited restore, which allows restoration to repeat multiple times within the year instead of just once. You can add limitless, which can allow very high or practically infinite value claims during the policy lifetime depending on your base sum insured. This can be the once or twice, that's it. You can opt for an aggregate deductible where you agree to pay a fixed amount upfront each year and in return reduce your premiums. This is useful if you are pairing Optima Secure with an employer cover or another base plan. However, we don't recommend that you pay anything out of pocket. That defeats the value of insurance, right? Okay, the parenthood add-on covers maternity, embryo freezing, and up to 2 IVF cycles. This is only available if at least one woman aged 18 or above is covered under the policy, and the newborn is not automatically covered at birth. So note that. Optima Wellbeing adds OPD and wellness features in select cities. You also have classic add-ons like hospital cash, which gives you a fixed per day benefit when you are admitted on top of your actual hospital bills. Now, on the ACKO side, the policy wording and prospectus list a wide OPD and wellness stack. This includes 24/7 doctor on-call access to family physicians for in-person visits within 5 kilometers, OPD through partner networks for consultation tests, and pharmacy spends monthly OPD bonus when you have no hospital claim that month, hospital cash options, accidental death and disability add-ons, and various preventive and wellness services. However, the reality is that several of these features are not always live on the public website or app at all times. So you should treat them as conditional. They are possible features, but you must confirm which ones are active in your city and for your specific situation at the time of buying. Okay, now let's talk about discounts. The discounts for HDFC ERGO and ACKO are pretty straightforward and transparent. I'll list them on the screen for you to see. Before we head to the premiums, let me remind you that a call with Ditto is always free. You not just get an advisor with you for lifelong who will help you with understanding different policies or during claims, but you also get an insurance buddy who will stick along with you forever. So folks, if you want that buddy to be Ditto, then all you have to do is get to the link in the description and you can book a free call with us in under 2 minutes. Again, the link is in the description. Alright folks, time for the premiums. The premium chart is on your screen. The important point point to remember is that these premiums are not perfectly apples to apples comparison. Different cities can have different zone pricing. Some numbers may include GST while others are pre-GST. Certain HDFC ERGO numbers might already include long-term or online discounts, while ACKO's numbers are based on the live app codes with their own optimizations applied. So you should treat any example premiums as directional and not as guaranteed final amounts. The pattern you'll usually see is this. ACKO tends to be cheaper for comparable sum insureds, especially at higher levels like 1 crore or even unlimited. Now that's the result of their digital first, no restore model and lean distribution. But you are giving up a restore safety net and choosing a fully digital service model. HDFC ERGO Optima Secure, in contrast, is often pricier for the same base sum insured, particularly at older entry ages and higher cover levels. But you are paying for day 1 2x coverage, built-in consumable protection, a restore tank, and historically cleaner claims experience with a larger hospital network. So what's Ditto's cut on all of this? With HDFC ERGO Optima Secure, the things we like are very tangible. The 2x coverage from day 1 is genuinely useful. You are not underinsured in the first year, which is a problem in many regular plans with bonuses that only build up slowly. The protect feature handling consumables means you're not fighting over gloves and syringes at discharge. The plus feature, which grows your base by 50% a year up to 100% even if you claimed, makes the plan grow with rising healthcare costs and medical inflation. Restore gives you a backup tank when the first one runs dry, and if you choose unlimited restore or limitless, you can push that depth even further. Combined with strong claims metrics and a large hospital network, Optima Secure is a solid buy and breathe easy plan for a lot of families. The consideration with HDFC ERGO are around cost and complexity. Premiums, especially if you're entering in your 40s or 50s and choosing higher sum insured, are noticeably higher than something like ACKO. Some add-ons like Optima Wellbeing or Parenthood are limited to certain cities or specific eligibility conditions, so you need to check whether they actually apply to you before you mentally count them as benefits. Now, on ACKO side, what we like is that the pricing is quite sharp and the structure is pretty clean. There are no co-pays, no room rent caps, and no disease-wise sublimits. You still get pre-60 and post-180 coverage. Consumables are covered, and on Platinum, you can basically erase initial and specific illness waiting period and bring PED waiting period down to 0 to 3 year band if underwriting agrees. Now, if you're comfortable with app-based journeys, onboardings, and claim support, this can be a quick and convenient way. ACKO can be your player. Now, the main thing to watch out for are that there is no restore at all. So if your family faces back-to-back hospitalizations in a single year, your protection depends entirely on the sum insured you choose at the start. That means you should be disciplined about picking 1 crore or unlimited if your risk tolerance is low. The service model is a digital only. There is no offline agent or a branch to lean on during dispute, which some people love and others absolutely do not. And while ACKO's current metrics are strong for its age, HDFC ERGO still leads on complaint behavior and network size. Finally, some of the OPD and wellness add-ons you may hear about are present in documents but not necessarily live in the app flow, so you must confirm what's actually active before you buy. So if you'd like help figuring out the right sum insured, deciding whether you can safely skip a restore feature in your situation, or checking whether you are likely to qualify for ACKO's Platinum relaxed waiting period, you can book a free one-on-one call with our advisors using the link in the description. We'll map the benefits to your age, city, medical history, and budget. No selling script, no pressure, just clear answers and claim time support when you actually need it. I'm Shashank. If this comparison helped, do like, share, and subscribe. It really supports our mission to make India insurance literate. And folks, remember that no one plan is the best for everyone. It depends on your needs, your conditions, and your budget. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, happy insurance hunting.